Alright, here we are for the official bad ending, or bad ending number 3. And we're in chapter 4 with low romance and high corruption. And we're going to pick the same choices we did for the unrequited love ending, which is I cannot for this first one. But we are going to make him endure the bloodlust yet again, one last time. And have yet another Takeda ending of some kind. Takeda had some interesting endings in this route. Hoo-yah! Oh, that's crazy. And then I can figure out where to put this boy after all of this. Okay, make him endure it. Iba! Should I have subjected him to the bitter taste of medicine, or to my blood's metallic tang? He writhed in agony as I contemplated to myself.
This is nothing. I can survive this.
All of the color was draining from Eva's cheeks. At any moment, I was certain he'd faint. Eva! Just hang in there! It will pass! I wrapped my arms around him tightly, feeling his whole body vibrate in my meek arms.
Oh!
I winced as he viciously clawed against my back, scratching me with a ferocity that likely paled in comparison to the pain he was feeling. I felt myself sinking into hopelessness, pondering how much more Eva could suffer, and if I would be forced to let him endure it. The minutes felt stretched into hours as I awaited his symptoms to pass, letting my wretched feeling of self-loathing conquer my defeated heart. Oof. Self-loathing, conquering your defeated heart. Something like that. This girl's so poetic. Alright, now we gotta wait a while. There's one more choice. What was it again? Oh yeah. We talk about whether he thinks the Shinsengumi have a chance at winning this war. So we picked that same option again. Do you think you stand a chance? Missing the point entirely. Sorry, Soma. This is the last time on this route we make you deliver the news about Toshi and Moriyama. And out we go. It would be funny if this guy just stopped us right now. Bad ending. Whoa. I'm sorry, random Imperial soldier guy. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you'd have your own ending, but no. It's this guy again. This jerk. Oh, okay, so now I'm tackled to the ground this time around. Great. Before I could react, Takeda tackled me to the ground, pinning so I couldn't wiggle free. And then he pressed his blade against my neck. Uh-oh. All of a sudden, I felt a harsh sting, and blood trickled from my windpipe down my chest. Oh no, not a gurgle! Every time this happens, I'm like... I'm still shocked when he just stabs her. Like, oh. Okay, gurgle time. Takeda yanked his blade out of my throat and viciously put his mouth to the deluge of blood, drinking me with aplomb as I laid helplessly. Ooh, that's rough. When your girl has denied you blood all this time, and your love rival just goes and gets a torrent of it, basically. Eh.
Ah, so sweet. The taste tickles my lips. I've never tasted anything better than you. More. Give me more.
Well, he dug 2 fingers into the deep gash and ripped the hole wide open, making screaming impossible. Ugh. But numbness was beginning to seep through me, so things were looking up.
Damn you, Kanryusai Takeda!
Screams of anguish echoed in the distance, but my hearing began to fade with each moment. Although I could make out the hiss of their blades, my vision was blurring, and I was beginning to drift into a slumber, coaxed into a nightmare. As I fell onto the cusp of death, I heard... Aw.
Wait for me, Chizuru. As soon as I handle him, I'll be right there beside you.
Oh. Iba had been bidding me farewell, but I was in no position to return the favor. Instead, I was forced to make one wish. I wished, as I choked on my own blood, that our next meeting was... Oh, Iba. Oh, Iba. Poor guy. He had to watch that. Oh, no. He had to watch some terrible things. She had to watch him get eaten down to the bone. The one that wasn't... And then even the one that no one got viciously murdered, her arm got snapped right off. Sheesh. These were vicious. These endings were vicious. Thank goodness there was only 3 of them and not 4. Yike. Ew. Alright, we're done. That's it. It's finished. Yeah, well, I definitely prefer the good ending to that, even if it was, like, too quick for me. Some of the pacing was a little too quick and all over the place. But that being said, I think Iba... I'm torn on this. He's definitely after Heisuke, but I'm not sure whether to put him above Toshi or... Like, I'm not sure whether to put him between Heisuke and Toshi, or between Toshi and Shin. I feel like it's a disservice to Toshi to put Hachiro above him, because Toshi's route was so perfectly written. Just everything was perfectly paced. But Hachiro's was mostly very well paced, except for the very end. And I liked the whole thing, like all of Hachiro's struggles and stuff. I liked that more, and I loved the confession, and the fact that these 2 childhood lovers finally got together after all this time, and there was still, like, the historical aspect of it and all that. Like, that was great. So, I think for now, I'm going to put him between Heisuke and Toshi for now. I might revisit this later. This is the hardest one for me to put. But he's in that area, at the very least for me. So, he moved his way up. I think he was at the very bottom of my list in Kyoto Winds, but his Edo Blossoms vastly improved my opinion of him. He's a fantastic guy. And please do not play this song again. I don't want to get copyright stricken. So there you have it. I'm curious to hear where Hachiro ended up on your list, unless you told me already at the good ending, in which case, disregard this message. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me and helping me get through basically the Takeda alternate endings that these were. Oh, what a relief that's over. Anyway, so we're done with Edo Blossoms yet again. So now we're going back to England Exchange, and it's Ashley's turn, which I'm very, very curious about, because I feel like her route's gonna differ significantly from the female MC's side of things. So here's hoping Flynn Ashley gets some different changes. Should be. It'll be interesting either way, so hopefully I'll see you over there, guys. But thank you once again for joining me, and until next time, I will see you later.